And hello everyone! Welcome back to another Let's Play. This is Myrokos, and I decided to take a chance and resume with MSQ progression. While I may have a chance to be able to do some MSQ progression. If you like what you see at any point, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitch. Hit the notification bells. It's a small thing from each of you, but it helps the channels out tremendously. Thank you in advance. And with that, just as a brief recap, let's see if I can remember correctly from the last part. A Sveen impersonator has appeared. Certainly an AI at this point. If there was ever any doubt before, she was always an AI. But now there's a mysterious person that just appeared in living memory. And hopefully the lag isn't too bad. Let me know if you're watching live, let me know if the stream crashes. But in the meantime, you know, we have an impersonator Sveen. They have new regulators out that are black in color, and people are starting to forget forget events again. Nobody remembers attending Sveen's funeral, in air quotes. So with that, let us get on with A Glimmer of the Past. You hearing the back room? Yep. Shale said she left this morning, running to process more of the data from the field station. Is it done yet? Okay. Oh, there's Graha here. Hey, Graha. Though we have too little information to draw any useful conclusions as yet, I dare say the Queen of Reason's behavior henceforth will be illuminating. Yeah, I'm sure it will be too. So yeah, Estella should also be in living memory, but let us proceed. A Glimmer of the Past. Wait, is that the new one of the new housing things that they had released? Okay. Kryl wishes to catch up on recent events. Ah, Myrokos, your timing could not have been better. If you have a moment, we have some things we'd like to share. Excellent. We'll just wait for Lamachi. She should arrive shortly. Must we? Must the furry twat be in everything? Myrokos, glad to see you here too. I liked it better when she was gone. And speak of the devil. Well, that's at least an appropriate... Well, I don't know if devil's the most appropriate moniker, but yeah, I appreciate the sentiment, Kryl. Let's catch each other up, shall we? Right, I'll go first if nobody minds. Of course you gotta go first. Let Kryl finish. I've been back in Tuliolo and spoke with Kona. I told him all about the records left behind by Golozha's mother, as well as Sveen's reappearance. We decided that I should remain in the dome until things settled down more. But while I'm Galulja's guardian, I'm also a foreign ruler. I'll have to take care not to appear as though I'm meddling in Alexandrian politics, but at least she's conscious of the issues she created for herself. Yeah, she's the one who decided to sort of take custodianship of Galulja and effectively try to... that family ties is understandable, and yes, Galulja's a kid, but Galulja's king of Alexandria. So... yeah. That's all from me. Okay. As for the rest of us, we've been keeping track of this new Sphinx. She has been making regular appearances before the people. And each time she does, she encourages them to become endless. Alas, much else about her remains a mystery, including why she's chosen to reveal herself now. On our end, we've confirmed that only those wearing regulators have had their knowledge of Queen Sphinx's death altered. Yeah, but she's not dead. She was already dead to begin with. Just an AI. Someone must have tampered with the devices to remove any and all memories of the event, though we haven't yet identified the perpetrator. Given recent events, Sphinx is the chief suspect. More like preservation is the chief suspect. Many believe that the Queen of Reason is alive and well and remember her funeral as a memorial for those lost in the attack. Needless to say, this has proven confusing for those with more accurate recollections. We'll carry on with our investigation. I'll head to Earth and Sky now and coordinate with our people there. I haven't been back up there in a while. There's one other matter, the highlight of this gathering, you might say. We'd like you to meet a certain someone. By all means, where is this person now? In the break room. She is unwell and is still land out as they have been tending to her. They'll be able to explain things. I want to see how she's doing, so I'll come too. The break room is at the end of the hallway through that door. We can go whenever you're ready. Much as I'd love to join you in the break room, I'd rather not overwhelm our guest with too many new faces. Better to keep investigating the activities of our new Sphinx. Graha, are you coming? Alphino and Aaronville have taken it upon themselves to attend to the people of Alexandria. Full many are still struggling to deal with recent events, and they hope to make a difference by lending them a sympathetic ear. Makes sense. Ah, so we have access to the break room, at least for the moment.
What is she doing here? We just heard she was busy spreading talk of becoming endless among the Alexandrians. What's going on here?
She is not who you think she is. Not the Queen of Reason, who has made a miraculous return, but an individual of flesh and blood, possessed of a soul. We chanced upon her in living memory, but she collapsed before we could exchange words. We decided to bring her here for now.
Her body was suffused with lightning ether, which caused a debilitating paralysis.
Did you break out?
She reached out and informed me of her condition, and I came with a epoxy as fast as I could. We're now waiting to see if the treatment was effective.
Where was she during 7.0?
Judging by her appearance, the circumstances of our encounter, and her extreme ethereal aspect, I am all but certain that she is the one from whom the Endless Fiend was created. The original Queen Sphene of Alexandria.
But how did she survive,
What?
though?
But how can that be possible? The real Sphene died of illness 4 centuries ago.
I died. Whatever do you mean? I am not dead. I'm not. What is this place? Where is everyone? Otis and Zelenia? And who are you people? Calm down. We mean you no harm. You've been unwell, and it wouldn't do to strain yourself. Please, help me. I don't understand any of this.
Of course. But if I might confirm some things first. You are Queen Sphene of Alexandria, are you not?
Yes. Yes, I am.
And ere you awoke here, you were in another unfamiliar place. Is that correct?
I opened my eyes and saw a strange, dark room. Outside, there were towering buildings, clad in electrope.
You slumbered at the heart of that city for many years, within a facility called the Meso Terminal. Many things have come to pass during that time, some of which you may find upsetting. Are you sure you wish to learn of them?
In that dark room, there was an electric casket designed to preserve its occupant in cold stasis. Until the terminal and its systems were recently shut down, that was where you were kept, in all likelihood. Since the time of the Old Kingdom, for 4 centuries.
What? Do you speak true? I've been asleep for that long. 400 years.
Our records say that Queen Sphene succumbed to the rampant lightning energies unleashed during the storm surge. But it seems the truth is rather different.
Well, if preservation was trying to claim power, it would make sense they'd spread lies about Queen Sphene's death. What would Otis do if he were here? What can I do? The original Queen Sphene. We'll tell her what she wants to know, then we'll decide what we need to do. We turned up turned up her chamber when we searched the mesoterminal. Safe to say, none of us had anticipated this development. Okay. The treatment may have been effective, but the road ahead for her remains uncertain. To wake up alone in the distant future, and seemingly by no choice of your own, you can hardly blame her for reacting as she did. I do not believe that you are lying. So please tell me everything that has happened. Everything. Very well. But let us do so with care, lest we cause you undue strain. Now, while I should like more of us to assist, it isn't practical to gather everyone, so I will summon Grahatia and Kryl for now. Okay?
I know this has all been a lot to take in, but how are you feeling? Physically, I mean.
Much better now, thanks to Y'shtola and Alisei's ministrations. In fact, I can scarcely remember the last time I felt so hale. I know not how to repay them, not only for coming to my aid, but for telling me about my kingdom besides.
I don't think they're ones to keep score. Isn't that right?
Y'shtola is the motherly sort. Alisei never abandons those in need. They're comrades you can rely on.
He's known those two for a long time. You can trust in his judgment. Besides, you helped to prove that their treatment works here as well. With this success, they'll be able to help others in Alexandria who suffer from the same illness. Few things could make them happier.
I see. Full glad am I to know that we may cure the affliction after so long. So very long. I steeled myself, having been warned, but it's difficult to come to terms with everything.
Sphene? Maybe going out and seeing it would help. Alexandria as it is now.
Oh, great idea! There's no substitute for seeing things with your own eyes. That said, there is a chance that you'll run into the other Sphene. Still want to take a look, even so?
It would be a lie to say I do not feel anxious, but I wish to walk among the people, to hear their voices and learn about their realm.
We can go together. We'll be your escort.
Truly, I would be honored.
Then allow us to show you the sights.
Thank you, Wuklamat.
Are we doing an inverse of what the original artificial sphere AI sphere did during 7.0? Come on, we'll give Sphere the grand tour. Sphere asked me not to call her by her title. I understand why, but it feels strange. Okay, yeah. Thank you as well, Myrokos, for your kindness. Don't mention it. The Endless Sphere, you knew her, did you not? It may take time for both of us to come to terms with this situation, myself especially, but I recognize that I may still be here, but the world I knew is gone. Any new dialogue? Sometimes, no. Yeah, no. No new dialogue. Sometimes they do add dialogue after closing a quest like that. Memories of a bygone age. Sphere is eager to see the new Alexandria. Before heading out, I should put on more suitable attire. There's a modern outfit among the items Shale has prepared for me, I believe. If you would wait outside, I should only need a moment. Alright, take your time. Shale said that she chose the outfit herself. Once I changed it, she'll join you outside. Okay. And then we have very soon as it... Yeah, it looks like they're using some of the housing items. Will we ever be able to get beds like these for housing? Ishtal and Alice left for the government sector. They wanted to discuss how to go about treating those afflicted with lightning. Admirable. I don't know how they keep going without so much as a short break. They manage. I haven't gone outside in a while. Shale decrypted more of my mother's records, so I've been spending a lot of time reading them. Even if she can walk, she's still far from fully recovered. We'll have to take care not to push her too hard.
Apologies for keeping you waiting. I've never worn such clothing before.
Oh, that really suits you.
Agreed. It's like you're a different person. It looks ideal for a brisk afternoon stroll. Go with the top one, because the top one's always the most objectively correct.
I'm glad to hear that.
A moment before you head out. Circumstances being what they are, we thought it best to come up with a way to distinguish you from the other Sphenes, and we should probably settle on this now rather than later.
I suppose it could get pretty confusing.
First, we propose calling you simply Sphene. As for the former Queen of Reason, Endless Sphene should suffice.
What about the new one who's been addressing the citizens?
Despite being the spitting image of Endless Sphene, we know she's a different entity. So we were thinking of calling her a simulant, after imitation stones.
I see. Well, they're definitely not the same. And that's as good a way as any to draw a distinction. But what do you think, Sphene? Is that all right with you?
Rest assured, I have no objections. When I am in the city, however, I intend to keep both my face and name secret. For the people of today's Alexandria know only the Endless Sphene.
We're sorry to subject you to such ignominy.
No, I myself would rather not invite complications, so it is quite all right. Thank you for your concern, Shale. Let us be off then. I am in your capable hands.
That you are. First, we'll head to the entrance of Solution 9.
Good idea. We should start from scanning Port 9. I'll do my best to explain things.
So far, this is very good. The voice acting is very on point. Nothing's too loud or cumbersome for me. The writing of this one compared to 7.1, Luke Lamont, as much as I would love to never have to hear her again, just given the way things went with 7.0 and 7.1, certainly between 7.1 and 7.2, Luke Lamont seems to be better written so far. Like, 7.1, it definitely felt like they had to do a mad rewrite of her character. She felt off to me, at least. This seems to be better paced. As long as we keep Spheen's identity under wraps, it should be safe enough to walk around the city. Still, we can't be too cautious while the simulants off doing whatever it is she's doing do take care of there. So you've been to Tuliyola. Were you able to meet with your friend? I was. Things were a bit awkward at first. She's still so young, after all. But before long, we were talking up a storm. We had so much fun, just like old times. Oh, that's nice. So this is Alexandria. Despite being inside a tower, it feels as though I'm out in the open. And though the sights are nothing like I remember, Electrip is still everywhere I look. 'Tis a strange yet familiar place. That lady wants to talk with Amachi, so while they're busy, I'll tell you about what we can see from here. Is there any place that interests you? There are so very many, I can't decide where to begin. Then why don't we let Myrokos choose? Okay. The following events cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. I'm not currently set for anything, so yeah. Let's go. If you tune to lay node 9, you can teleport back here anytime you want. You can also use it to teleport to other locations in Solution 9. It makes it easy to get around. That's the mode of travel that utilizes ether currents. Yes, we had the same in my time. But when the storm surge broke out, such nodes were sealed off to prevent enemy use. And after the war, the etheric balance across the entire world had collapsed. Not only was travel outside the barrier ill-advised, the act of teleportation itself became dangerous. We had to abandon the nodes altogether. It is heartening to see them available again for the use of one and all. In the government sector, there is a counter where citizens can get matched to jobs. There's also a soul exchange, but no one goes there much these days since there aren't many souls in circulation. I'm unsure how I feel about regulators and the treatment of souls as a resource. I understand the grief of those who have lost loved ones and the desire to keep a desire to escape the sorrow of death. Even so, I would never wish to forget. My parents, Otis, Zelenia, I want to remember them all. I am reluctant to impose my personal beliefs upon others, though. There are lots of different shops at the Nexus Arcade selling everything you need. It's always full of people out there doing their shopping. The Endless Scene gave Myrokos and Lamachi a tour of the place. I remember watching them from a distance. The castle town I knew had a main thoroughfare that was lined with shops. Whenever I visited, the citizens would come and speak with me about matters great and small. Just like that lady is doing now with Wuklamot. Yeah. Now for... yeah. The lady talking to Lamachi just came back from Tuliolo. It was her first time since being trapped in the barrier 30 years ago. She has family in Alexandria now, so she had to return. But the train made it safe and easy for her to make the journey, and it's all thanks to everyone's hard work. I still haven't done the custom delivery stuff. There was once a railroad connecting Alexandria and neighboring Lindblom, but operations were suspended when relations deteriorated. Eventually, the tracks were removed entirely. To see that a railroad now connects us to our new neighbors is gratifying. Especially considering that our history began with war, with Alexandria the aggressor. In continuing to strive for peace, Tuliolo's leaders have shown great magnanimity, and I can't help but be moved. Okay. I thought I had to click on something for a moment there. Thanks for your help, Myrokos. I hope Queen Sveen, just Sveen, will feel at home here one day. The joy of spying stars between faint gaps in the clouds is absent here, but 'tis a fine thing to be sheltered from the thunder and rain. Sorry about that, I got a little carried away with the conversation. It's alright, Myrokos and I told her about the places we can see from here. Really? That's great. Right then, why don't we stroll through the residential sector and stop at Mosaic? We can take a break there. I understand this cafe was named for the different races who appear as a mosaic of colors when they gather here. What an inspired idea. What should I get? Welcome to Mosaic. When you're ready to order, just let me know. Okay. We've been walking for a short while, so let's rest our feet, eh? Drinks are on me. Sveen, Myrokos, the two of you go ahead and order first.
So many different drinks. I can't decide. Ooh. I'll have this, please. A Dali coffee.
Of course. I should warn you though. Dali beans are an older variety known for their strong bitterness. Still want one?
The bitterness is the best part. Have you decided as well?
I'll have the same, something healthy, vegetable juice maybe, sweet cocoa with extra cream on top. I'll try the same.
Two Dali coffees then. The beans make for dark roasts that are quite aromatic. I find the sharp flavor invigorating, though a dash of milk can be a wonderful complement.
I'll have your drinks ready in a moment.
They're certainly well liked. It's a wonderful feeling, spending time with the people. But they're not my people anymore, are they? Their city, their way of life, even the ground upon which they tread. I am a stranger to it all. The weight of the long years is finally beginning to sink in.
Your Majesty, is that you?
well, I'm sorry to disappoint, but I am not Queen Sphene, though I'm often told we look alike.
There you are. How many times have I told you not to go off alone? I'm sorry he bothered you, Mom. Come now, we're going home.
Bye! Not Queen Sphene!
I do not know that boy, nor does he know me. No one does. Another harsh reminder that I have no place here. Yet, no matter how much things have changed, I am happy. I am. For Alexandria has endured. Our sacrifice was not in vain. Even so, I cannot help but feel lonely.
In search of meaning, Sphene looks at you apologetically. Forgive me, I didn't mean to darken the mood. Still, I feel better for having shared my feelings with you. Thank you. I'm sorry I'm not being much of a guide. I usually don't get approached this often. It's quite alright. The people have been through so much, it's only natural for them to seek comfort and assurance from someone they trust. Besides, I was able to relax with a delicious cup of coffee and have a lovely chat with Myrokos. I appreciate your understanding. Right then, where to next? We could take a look inside the Nexus arcade, but it can probably wait for when we actually need something. In that case, let's head back to the recreation zone. There's plenty to see on True View. Hey, are you alright? Let's see, what type of regulator is he wearing? He is wearing... Is it a black one? It looks like a black one. Okay, or is this a... Yeah, that's a black... I think that's a black one. Actually, no, wait, that's a white one. The black ones was black all the way on the outside. That's a white one. So he's not wearing... The new one. He was this way when we arrived. He looks pale. We need to find a place for him to rest. Thank you. I was on my way to attend to some business when the memory of being killed here came flooding back. The danger is past, I know, but the terror lingers. For all the comfort I've offered others in my work, I can't seem to comfort myself. Thank you. I feel better already. Your encouragement was exactly what I needed. Ah, but where are my manners? My name is Malachite, and I am an usher. An usher? They're the ones who came to those without long to live, right? But given everything that's happened, I expect your duties have changed. That's correct. We no longer attend to the dying. It is only after they have passed away that in their families' care that we convey their remains to a government storage facility. Storage facility? What for? Henceforth, we must inter the deceased, but as the specifics are undecided, the bodies must be kept in cold storage for the time being. I didn't know. I'd heard there were graveyards over by the submerged city, but like funerals, burial customs must be long forgotten. Did you have usher duties? If so, we could help. I'm not actually here in an official capacity, so I am loath to trouble you further, but since you asked, I shall explain why I've come. I've taken to delivering the personal effects of the departed to their families. Even though their memories may have been entrusted to the cloud, which is shut down, so they're really just being erased, they're not going anywhere. I still remember where they once lived. The rule was to dispose of any belongings. To do anything else was strictly forbidden, but it saddened me to see them discarded like waste, so I began secreting away what I could. Of course, I understand that not everyone shares my sentiments, and I leave it to the families to decide what to do with these items. Some accept my deliveries, others reject them. Whether I'm doing the right thing, I cannot say, but I feel the families should be given a choice. There's nothing wrong about that. Oh, they didn't have it before then. It's important to think about what people leave to us. I want to help. Do you want to help too, Myrokos? Deliveries happen to be my specialty. I suppose I can. I am truly grateful. Now there are 4 items to be delivered here in the recreation zone. I leave them in your care. In the meantime, I will head to the residential sector and make deliveries there. After you finish, please meet me back here. I would like to know the family's reaction. You know, there have been people until the Yolol who had similar episodes due to the trauma of the siege. Would you mind if I went with Malachite, just to keep an eye on him? Only if you can handle those deliveries without me, of course. It's fine, it's fine. I'm sure he'll be happy for the company. Let's deliver these keepsakes to the families. So there are four items in total to deliver. Right, 3 for people on Trueview, 1 for someone over by the Neon Stein. Let's visit them in that order. Might I trouble you to do the talking, Myrokos? I fear my voice may betray my identity. Lead the way and we'll be right behind you. And there are speech bubble. The way the buildings are all in a row reminds me of the old castle town, lively as it is here. I can see why Oblivion can blend in. The people around Trueview seemed scary at first, but most of them are really kind. When I see someone passed out on the street now, I worry if they'll be alright. Is there something you need? Wrapped keepsake entrusted to you by Malachite. This keepsake has been carefully wrapped for delivery. Ah, so Malachite sent you. He was very considerate. When he offered to bring me the keepsake, he stressed that I didn't have to accept it if I felt uncomfortable. I see why some would say no, but I couldn't do that. Not when it's something that belonged to my parents, who I understand now I will never see again. Having spare souls won't save us from the inevitable, that's always been the case, but now I find myself wondering about this and that, like how much longer can I afford to muck around with my brothers? But I won't bore you with my ramblings. Thanks for bringing me the keepsake, and give my regards to Malachite. Oh, hello. Do I know you? You have a delivery for you? Oh, so this is the keepsake. Truth be told, I've been wavering as to whether or not I should accept it. I mean, it belonged to someone that died. It's got me thinking about what we did to Tuliolol. I didn't even know we'd killed so many of their people. Not until the funeral. What if they decide to retaliate? Lamachi Wukamat would never do that. She and everyone in Tuliolol know that my father was to blame for the attack, not the Alexandrian people. Oh dear, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you speak ill of your father. It's just I can't stop worrying about death, and hearing that they're running out of neo-regulators makes it worse. I don't know what to do anymore. I know there's that one over there, but I want to do the speech bubble thing. So you can purchase beverages from these machines. That's wonderful. I've always believed that technology should be developed for the benefit of the people. Genolt's favorite energy tonic is a special formula, not like the ones they sell here. I wanted to try one, but Shale wouldn't let me. Kinda wish I could buy something. I'd be happy to let you try one. But, oh well. Brooding citizen, this Why do I have a feeling that this person's going to reject? What is it? If you're trying to sell me something, I'm not interested. Not selling, we're delivering a parcel. Oh, you brought me the keepsake. Thank you. I've been looking forward to this, hoping that it might help me remember, but no such luck it seems. The owner is dead, and they'll never become one of these endless Queen's Fiend tells us about. It's a sad thought. Even so, I'm not sure I want to become endless myself. If they're made by putting your memories into a new body made of ether, doesn't that mean you yourself still have to die first? The thought of not having to worry about souls was appealing, so I was happy to receive a neo-regulator, but I've only had doubts since then. If Queen Swing... Oh, dang it, I clicked too soon. That's everyone on TrueView. Let's go to Neon Stein. Okay, if Queen's Fiend herself, I'm going into the event. Thing which you can't see under Dontra. Let me just reread this. If Queen's Fiend herself recommends it, I want to believe that all will be well. Still, sorry, I need to clear my head. Okay. Even though they're gone, the mementos of our loved ones give us the means to reconnect with them in spirit. I'm sure the people who receive these items will treasure them greatly. I heard before about ushers clearing out the homes of the departed. No wonder he started thinking about their belongings. Okay, for those who don't know, in Japanese culture, if somebody dies but has family, and the family takes care of the deceased's belongings. But if you're living alone and you don't have any descendants, no loved ones to take ownership of your belongings and to manage that stuff, then there are people who are paid to enter your home and essentially take everything that was yours, put it in the trash bin, and then sort of say a prayer to the spirit of the deceased, hoping that they understand, and sort of paving the way for that apartment space, usually an apartment or home, to become available for the next person who's going to use it or buy it, whatever the case may be. So it seems that tradition here is what is going on. Are you talking to me? Does he have, okay, I'm gonna have to deliver the keepsake, and that's, cutscene. Does he have a neo-regulator, though? It doesn't look like it. It's hard to tell, though. Oh, right, this. I can't say it stirs any memories, but it does feel familiar, somehow. You look familiar yourself. Where do I know you from? Wait, isn't he one of the people who used to fight in the Arcadion? Yeah, he is! Oh, of course, you're the unenhanced challenger. No, champion. I can't stress how incredible it is, what you've achieved without using feral souls. It's a genuine honor to meet you, though not for the first time, I realize. Yeah, this is the person who was in distress. Ah, that is such a nice tie-in. That's a really nice tie-in. It was at the infusion station at the government sector, and it wasn't my finest moment, as you might recall. You're the Arcadian fighter who was desperate for souls. You're the one who yelled at Sphene to her face. Are you sure we met before? Oh my god, yeah. That's right. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. Anyways, seeing as we're meeting properly now, the name's Lathander. Lathander. I used to fight in the Arcadian, but not anymore. I took Queen Sphene's words to heart and found a new job, one where I can put my knowledge of physical conditioning to use. As you know, lots of people were badly hurt when the mechanical soldiers malfunctioned, and I've been assisting with their rehabilitation. It's not something I ever imagined myself doing, but here we are. Not many people can help others like you can. I think it's great what you're doing. Thanks. It's encouraging to hear that. There's this fellow who has to learn how to walk all over again. Becoming endless would solve his problems, but he's determined to overcome them the hard way with the body he's got. Thing that gave me a newfound appreciation for my own body. It's a gift from my parents. A sturdy thing that survived the arena, and I need to take better care of it. I'm the only blue-scaled Hubigo besides my father. Lamichi once told me that. I don't know how my father felt about it, and there are times when it hurts to think about the things we share. Still, I don't want to lose that. Even if I could look the same as an Endless, I would never throw away this body. Most people would find it hard to do so, I imagine. Just the thought makes me feel uncomfortable about the whole becoming Endless affair. But I need to get back to work. It was nice talking to you, and thanks for the delivery. That was a good tie-in, or a callback to 7.0. I'm glad I'm the way I am. It's my parents' gift to me and how I was able to learn more about them and myself. A jewel shattered. Queen is eager to tell Malachite of your success. I believe that takes care of the deliveries. Thank you for taking charge, Myrokos. From what I've seen and heard, 'tis plain the people held their queen in high regard, and the simulant has exploited their love and admiration to win over so very many. Come, let us report to Malachite. He should be back at the north of the recreation zone. No, is this a throughway? It is. Ah, yes. There's the teleporter pads. Done with your deliveries. We just gotten back ourselves. Those we spoke with all harbored anxiety towards death. 'Tis hardly an unnatural sentiment to have, and yet Malachite seems to be doing better. Thank you for your assistance with this. Every delivery I had planned for today is accounted for. The reactions I received were mixed. While some were glad, others decided they didn't want the items after all. How was your experience? Everyone accepted their items, but they all felt differently about them. One person couldn't remember the keepsake's owner, and another couldn't stop worrying about their own death. I see. It's difficult indeed to predict how people may behave when confronted with reminders of loss. Of late, I've come to believe that we are, each of us, the sum of the moments we've shared with our loved ones. And when they passed away, we lost our memories of these people. We lost a part of ourselves. It's a thought that saddens me to no end. If our memories of the departed are no longer to be entrusted to the cloud, I wish that those already taken could be returned to us. Well, my friends, I must resume my formal duties. My thanks again for your aid. Malachite speaks true. Our memories are what define us. They form the path we walked to be where we are. My endless self, I expect, was much alike to me in the beginning. But I cannot become like her no more than she could become like me. For once our paths diverged, so too did our lives and experiences. That's true, even if we start from the same place, we all have different journeys at some point. Things like our goals and our ways of thinking are bound to change. The Endless Fiend was one possibility, a version of myself who made choices I want to believe I never would. I'm beginning to come to terms with the fact I did, though. Huh. Is that? Yep. The simulant. She was looking straight at us. If I didn't know better, I'd say she wanted us to follow her. I have a bad feeling about this, but we might not have another chance to figure out what she's up to. We're going after her, right? Yep. I have a feeling. I don't want to, but I have a feeling that we're gonna have no choice in the matter, which we don't. How many times do we have to see this speak with Wukulmat prompt? I'm so sick of reading that. It is a strange feeling pursuing one's spitting image. Where does she want us to go, I wonder? That was my first time seeing the simulant. Though she was smiling, something about her scared me. The simulant headed into the street over there. The neon sign is that way. Let's hurry. What is she up to? I don't like this. Did we lose her?
Not here. Let's press on, if only a little further.
Hmm?
Hey, are you alright?
So he didn't die. Vexing, but expected.
That was about the strongest bolt we can produce within Everkeep. What now?
We obtain more precise measurements. Narrow the range of variables to avoid unnecessary trial and error. That is the most expeditious course of action.
I know that voice. You there! Yes, you! We have important business with you. We left something in your keeping, the key to interdimensional fusion. You will kindly return it to us, yes?
That never happened. Not in your life. You asked me that after you tried to kill me. It's ours.
Is that so? What a shame. If I had the key, I wouldn't need to be cruel and turn away so many people. Far more than 5,000 could become endless and know eternal happiness.
What? You mean to steal ether from other worlds again?
All is for the sake of his experiments. 'Twas for that reason, you know, that the previous me created the Endless. I pity her. She was forced to attempt the impossible, to turn every soul who dies into an Endless, even though there's no end to them. Admittedly, that was part of the plan. Her desperation would drive her to claim the key and use it. And sure enough, she did just that. I know you had a soft spot for her, Lamachi. So for what it's worth, I'm truly sorry. Alas, we are naught more than pawns, pieces in his grand design.
Don't you dare make light of her love for her people. Don't you dare!
Strike me down if you wish. I shall be made anew. And I doubt many would look kindly upon the vow of resolve of Tuliolol if she attacked a neighboring queen, and not for the first time. Would you be willing to accept the repercussions?
Damn you!
What is the object of these experiments? What do you stand to gain by making everyone endless? I'm gonna go with the first one.
You're speaking to me. Our goal is to usher in the next phase of mankind's evolution. Since time immemorial, life has used death to facilitate adaptation in an ever-changing environment. The old and infirm are weeded out, allowing the species to thrive. Generational succession. This has been our survival strategy. Yet, this strategy has long since reached its practical limit. It is outdated. It relies on progeny, which gives rise to unchecked population growth. Resources become scarce, invariably leading to conflict. All the while, death is ever present and robs our species of untold potential. Where man now stands in his evolution, bodies of flesh no longer make sense. What we must strive for next is carefully managed, eternal preservation.
Calyx! You're Calyx, aren't you?
You know him?
The young genius who had mastered electrope technology. He founded the scientific collective known as Preservation and devoted himself to developing a cure for the paralysis which plagued our people. Calyx, you always had your gaze set upon the future, and I know you do now. But I beg you, do not deceive the people of Alexandria. Do not manipulate them with this imitation forged from my memories. Well, how rude. Yet, whatever you may say, I'm the one whom the people regard as queen. You may have worn the crown for a few years, but now you are no one. Just a frail, fleshy version of me that could die at any moment. The kingdom has no use for such as you.
Our demand is simple. Surrender the key. Refusal will necessitate consequences.
What a cool thing to say to Sphene. Are you alright, Myrokos? Forgive me, I was once able to use healing spells, but my long slumber appears to have sapped my magical reserves. It's frustrating to be so powerless, but perhaps I must accept my newfound limitations. So she's a lot like, so she's the magical equivalent of, Thancred. She can't manipulate ether now. Or is it that she just needs to rest and recuperate her ability? Probably more that she's like Thancred. The meeting. Sphene has a pained look in her eyes. Alexandria has no need for Queen Sphene, it's the Queen of Reason. my endless counterpart that they love. And although it is a hard truth to accept, it is nevertheless the truth. I must find a new way to serve. You're not alone, and together we can get through anything. Well said. And it just so happens that there's something that only you can do right this moment. Let's start with Calyx. What can you tell us about him? He was a prodigy who specialized in the field of electrope and made his mark during the storm surge, yet even as he basked in the admiration of his peers, he struggled with an illness he had from birth, which left him with precious little time to live. For him to still be here 4 centuries on, I think it's safe to assume that he too has become an endless. I see. While we're somewhat familiar with preservation, I never imagined we'd cross paths with one of them like this. I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner, personally. You know about preservation? We do. They're supposed to have created Everkeep's core system as well as the Endless Sphere. Did they? All while I was slumbering. The members of Oblivion have spent a lot of time investigating preservation. We should head to the back room and tell them what's happened. Okay, no mention that you lost power. Okay. I would have expected more dialogue about everything losing power briefly. We heard about the ambush. You seem to have weathered it well, but try to avoid straining yourself. Do you hear me? The sign might yield some clues. What sign? Are you feeling alright? We've given the others a summary, but we can wait on the details if you need some rest. To think that Kryle's parents were once members of preservation. So I guess here's a natural pause point, which likely means things are going to get hectic going forward. I think I can manage going a little bit longer. Just a little bit though, so that's...
We've heard what happened. So, preservation has revealed itself at last.
And using the key, they mean to turn even more people into Endless. It seems safe to assume that they too intend to steal ether from the other reflections. But unlike the previous theme, they have no intention of saving everyone. Calyx, of all people, would know precisely how much ether is required to sustain an Endless. Thus, he is able to set a realistic limit to their creation, without being swayed by emotion.
Carefully managed, eternal preservation. Whether or not this can be considered an evolution, 'tis plain that man's very existence would be forever changed.
Say, if this Calyx is as brilliant a scientist as everyone says, could he have been the one who erased everyone's memories of Endless Fiend's death?
That is a possibility, though I cannot speak to his motives.
Though Calyx has outright stated his ultimate goal, how his actions will further this agenda remains unclear. That said,
We have seen how anxiety towards death continues to spread amongst Alexandrians. Perhaps the simulant stokes this fear to entice them to become endless.
Everyone is afraid of death. We try to put it out of our minds, and I do not blame the people for feeling as they do. Nonetheless, I wish to stop the simulant. I wish to do what I can for those who believe in their queen. Although I wear no crown, were I to forsake the people, then I would truly have no place here.
I don't know if this will help in that endeavor, but I've found something interesting. When I analyzed the sign that Calyx appeared on, I was able to determine the source of transmission. I traced it back to a terminal used only by preservation, located in the Foundation sector.
Foundation sector? That came up in my mother's records, didn't it? It's where the old castle was hidden.
Everkeep was built atop the castle of the former kingdom. Access to the immediate area, the Foundation sector, is highly restricted, with map data accordingly classified.
The old castle is inside this tower.
It's an ideal place for preservation to conceal a terminal, I must say. Having existed since the Storm Surge, they would be familiar with the castle's layout.
But I wonder, would someone so versed in electrope, such as Calyx, be so careless as to leave a trail?
Oh, I expect he intended for us to find the terminal.
It may be a trap, but it's our only lead. What do you think, my friend?
If we have a lead, I say we follow it. We can't leave them to their own devices. I think a little revenge is in order.
Agreed. And besides, you owe him for that bolt of lightning.
If you're set on this course of action, I'll work on getting you access to the Foundation sector. Sit tight for now.
Please, let me come with you. I may not possess any special skills, but I know the castle better than any. So please.
All right. If that's what you want, then we go together. The rest of us will take point and secure the way, and we'll count on you to guide us in the castle.
That is so much better worded than all the if that's what we want, they'll go with it. Dialogue bummer. And 7.1. In the world of Sven's memories, the town was already submerged. Given their dire circumstances, I expect the people considered stripping the castle for materials to rebuild. For the structure to endure even now, it speaks to the importance to its importance to the Alexandrians as well as their resilience. Calyx determines how many people will become endless, but leaves the choice of who in the hands of the people. Is this his idea of fairness, or does he simply not care? Perhaps he considers all to be worthy of salvation? Oh, but it's too early for such speculation. I'm working on securing a route to the Foundation sector. Please sit tight for a while. According to the records from Ueyata, my mother was investigating orogenics for her own research into souls. There was map data for orogenics in the records, and that's how we learned about the castle in the Foundation sector. Okay. At last we have a plan. Let's make it count. Thank you for allowing me to accompany you. It may take time for me to find my place in this new Alexandria, but I will, slowly but surely. The castle was once my home. I shall do my utmost to be of use on this mission. Descent to the Foundation. I have a feeling this is about to unlock the dungeon. Unfortunately, I just received word during the one long voice cutscene that circumstances mean I'm gonna have to cut the stream before like the finishing 7.2, so it'll have to be split into 2 parts. Though not due to an interruption, not due to the stream dying, thankfully. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call it quits here for right now, especially since I said, you know, if you need to take a break, take a break. This certainly feels like a good pause point. So if you liked what you saw at any point, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitch. Hit the notification bells, and then when next I pick up, we will resume MSQ, hopefully with the dungeon. Until then, see you anon, friends.